Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining in. So as you can see, the price of Bitcoin right now is hovering between this 60,000 to 62,000 price area, and we are also aware on my previous video I made it very clear between this line we have a strong line of support for Bitcoin, and that's why right now as you can see around this 61,600, this is where we are finding ourselves, because we want the price of Bitcoin to find a proper support above this 60,000 range, because finding support above this 60,000 could trigger another movement here to the upward direction, because we are aware if you look at this price action Bitcoin using these moving averages, with each and every impulsive price movement, I have said that so many times in my video now, with each and every price movement you can see the 20 exponential moving average always acts as a strong line of support along with this 50 exponential moving average, and as long as the price is also going to remain above this 20 exponential moving average, the trend usually continues to the upside. And right now, exactly just like here from the past Bitcoin price action, we are seeing a pretty similar scenario also unfolding here with price action of Bitcoin. So that's why if we do see any sort of a retracement, this 20 exponential moving average that is lying around 60,600 is going to be another strong support of Bitcoin, and after that we could actually see price again starting to move here to the upper direction. And not just only that guys, let me also show you this one scenario why. And also guys, I would really appreciate if you could take just 2 seconds of your time and destroy that like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So now if we look at this price action of Bitcoin in a daily time frame along with this leading indicator, the pivotal points are also known as CPI indicator guys, we are aware since the price of Bitcoin right now is quite above this top CPI line, any sort of a price retracement, this CPI line is going to be one of the strongest support for Bitcoin, because we are aware in an uptrend like this you can see the price usually gets gravitated towards the CPI line, and once the support is being made, we usually start forming another rally here to the upper direction. So in an uptrend like this, you can see the CPI line usually acts as a strong line of support here in Bitcoin price action. You can see pullback again, found support at the CPI line. You can see similar scenario unfolded again and again. So that's why guys, that's why if we do see any sort of a shakeout and price still managing to find support above the 60,000 range, that could still be very bullish, because this could still play out as a higher highs higher lows continuation pattern that we have talked plenty of time in my videos. You can see higher highs higher lows, right? So any sort of a pullback could still make higher lows, and price of Bitcoin could be ready for this next movement here towards the monthly R1 line. And this monthly R1 line for now is lying around 71,000 price area, and I also personally believe 70,000 could be on the line before price chooses an actual trend direction. And not just only this guys, not just only this, if you also look at the price action using this falling channel or this bull flag type of scenario, right now if I would remove almost like everything, right, and show you one more time why the price of Bitcoin got a rejection around this 0.618 Fibonacci retracement line, because according to this 0.618, you know, getting rejection around this price area is a sign of danger, because the price here could be forming a dead cat bounce type of scenario. But in the past Bitcoin price action, we said a pretty similar scenario also happened here. From this swing high till this swing low, you can see here guys very clearly, right, this price movement before we broke out, we first found resistance around this 0.618 Fibonacci line. You can see here, once we turned the Fibonacci resistance 0.61 into support, we started this rally here to the upper direction. And right now what we are witnessing is also a pretty similar scenario. If we look at this price movement using this Fibonacci line exactly around this 0.618, you can see we are finding resistance. So what we want right now, if the price of Bitcoin wants to show any sort of impulsive movement, then we want this 0.618 resistance to flip into support. So right now as you can see, the 0.382 is acting as a support for Bitcoin, that is around 61,200 range, this one here. So what we want in a daily is the price also to remain above this 60,000 range. Even if we would see any sort of a shakeout, I think the buyers are going to step in and buy it immediately. And not just only this guys, not just only this, what we can also do right now here in price action of Bitcoin is add this another very interesting scenario. Because if I would say this is more of an descending channel retest before price again starts breaking here to the upside, this upper line area from the descending channel was a strong line of resistance, right? Lower line was a strong line of support, we are aware. As we can see here, resistance, support. We broke out of it, and this retest, as you can see, we stayed above this upper line area of this falling channel, right, or this descending channel, and again try to continue this rally here to the upside. So this pullback has happened pretty often. I mean, the price failing to continue the rally, seeing some sort of a pullback, also consolidation, and has again continued this similar scenario to the upper direction. So that's why even if we would see any sort of a shakeout on our way, I am not going to be bearish, and I'm keeping that very, very clear with you guys. And now it's time to look at this price action of Ethereum, since the price of Ethereum is also finding itself in this price discovery mode. So now if we look at this price action of Ethereum, what we have said on my previous video, doesn't matter whichever way we look at this price action right now, the price of Ethereum actually looks very bullish, since we have broken out of this upper line area, which was a strong line of resistance around this 4,000 price area. And now if this trend is going to see any sort of a weakness on a price action, and also going to see any sort of a retracement, the same line which previously acted as a resistance, you can see is going to be extremely strong support around this price range of 4,000 area. So if we are going to retest this 4,000 area, there is going to be a strong line of support lying around for Ethereum. And also guys, before I switch the chart, I just want to show you the price target for this ascending triangle. As you can see, we might be approaching around this 6,000 to 6,100 price range here in the upcoming days for Ethereum. And if you look at this price action in a daily time frame, let me show you this chart here. So guys, now if we look at this price action in a daily time frame, what we can do here is simply add this Fibonacci extension line, because we are focusing more on this upward price target rather than here to the downside, even if we would see any sort of a shakeout on our way, because we are aware the price of Ethereum has not reached the 100% extension line, which usually happens, right? And that is lying around 4,962, 5,000 price range. And the area where we are finding support right now is this 0.786, that is lying around 4,465 price area, because we are aware if we do see any sort of a bigger pullback, price also breaking the support around this 4,400 range, then this 4,000 is going to be extremely strong support for Ethereum. And after that, we could again continue this rally here to the upper direction, because we are aware around this 4,000 range, also the upper line area from this ascending triangle is going to be extremely strong support for Ethereum. So let's not forget that, right? And also guys, also right now I'm going to show you in a smaller time frame why this price structure, if we do see any sort of a pullback, that should be absolutely fine with Bitcoin and also here with Ethereum. So now what we are going to do is we are going to monitor this price action of Ethereum in a 4-hour time frame using this ascending channel, because we are aware this ascending channel upper line was a strong line of resistance, lower line was an extremely strong support for Ethereum. As you can see here, resistance, right? Resistance, plenty of time guys. We were not able to find a proper support above that line here as well. And now this pullback what we are witnessing, as you can see, is again approaching this central of this ascending channel, which was also a line of support and resistance here in the past Ethereum price action. You can see here. So that's why if we do remain of the central line, that is again lying around this Fibonacci line, which is 0.786, that is around 4,460 area. If we can find support above that, we could still expect this bounce here to the upward direction. But if we do fail, right, and price also starts continue this rally here to the downside, then we are aware approaching this lower line area again, retesting it could be very, very bullish for Ethereum, because you can see here, whenever we tested the lower line area, after that price saw a really, really impulsive movement. And this time, if this correction is going to happen, I mean the price is going to see this 4,000 range, find support, then we could be heading towards this 5,000 range here in upcoming days for Ethereum. So these are some of the scenarios I see right now looking at price action of Bitcoin and Ethereum. But if we would look at this Ethereum Bitcoin chart, another interesting scenario could be unfolding right now. So let me show you that. So guys, now before I show you this Ethereum Bitcoin chart, first I want to show you this Livermore speculative chart, because according to this Livermore speculative chart, before and certain assets starts rallying here to the upside, first we start consolidating or also form this accumulation cylinder with widening mouth. We can also say ascending broadening wedge. But once the resistance here from this upper line is going to flip into support, this rally is going to continue here to the upper direction. And now if we look at this Ethereum Bitcoin chart, similar scenario is also unfolding right now. So this here is Ethereum Bitcoin chart in a weekly time frame. And if you look at this price structure, you can see here, guys, 0.1, 0.2, we have already found a proper support around this 0.7 and also managed to break out of this resistance line, the upper line area of this accumulation cylinder. And now if this is going to continue, as you can see this here, maybe could be the 0.8, you can see some sort of a consolidation before moving here to the upper duration. And this exact scenario could be again playing out right now looking at this Ethereum Bitcoin chart, because if you look at this price structure here where we are consolidating, is forming a very nice double bottom type of scenario, as you can see, guys. So if the resistance here is going to flip into support around this 0.077 to 0.076 Satoshi, right, we could be again continue this rally just like as shown here in the example, approaching towards this 0.9, 0.10 before seeing any sort of a price retracement. So that's why, guys, this Ethereum Bitcoin chart looks very, very bullish. And not just only this, guys, if you say I want to look at this price action in a bit different way, no problem. If you don't want to call this a double bottom, we can simply look at this price structure in a bit different way. I mean, if you simply add this one scenario, then you can see this is still an ascending triangle. So ascending triangle is also a bullish scenario. We are aware of that. So right now, if we see any sort of a movement towards this upper line area, again finding resistance just like here, for the midterm, maybe we could see some more consolidation and finally breaking here to the upper duration, because this ascending triangle is still a bullish scenario and price could be heading towards this 0.9, 0.10 before seeing this actual trend reversal type of scenario. And so, also, guys, before I conclude this video, I just want to make you aware, if you are unaware of my Twitter account, it's Crypto Anup. Feel free to follow me there because I like to share some of my analysis time and again. And also regarding yesterday, I was not able to upload any video because I went to a car dealership and bought myself a Ferrari 488. You can see I'm enjoying and taking some of my profits out. And not just only Twitter, if you're also unaware of my Instagram, it's Anup Dungana. This is the only official Instagram I have. There might be many scammers approaching you with the similar name. So for the double confirmation, always check the video description down below. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye-bye, guys.